What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but we're finally ready to unveil our 1988 BMW E30 Touring in Malachite green metallic, right-hand drive, and 5-speed manual. Right, so it's a little tight here in the warehouse. Well, anyways. Ow, ow. All right. So here she is, guys. This is our 1988 Malachite green metallic BMW E30 Touring. Now, what makes this car so special? The fact that these cars were usually left-hand drive, they were only available in Europe, they're extremely hard to find, especially here in the US, makes these cars incredibly sought after as far as E30s are concerned. Basically, if it's not an IS or an M, this is probably one of the other most sought after cars. What's special about this car is that this car was only available in this color with European delivery option, along with the fact that of the two-wheel drive variant wagons, the E30s were only available in 316, 318, or 320i. But this one is actually a 325i. Other common wagons that are 325i's usually came in all-wheel drive variants, so there would be 325xi's, and that's why this car is so interesting and so unique. And we went ahead and took it a step further, and we took it upon ourselves to go ahead and convert it to a 5-speed manual with all working items. I went ahead and threw Toyo Proxy R1Rs on this car. These tires are absolutely phenomenal tires. They're dailyable, they're autocross capable, even track capable tires. And the best of all is that they're pretty cheap. We also went ahead and had some 16-inch style 5s put on the car, running 42 draft design adapters from 4x100 to 5x120. And we refinished the wheel to have this face in a dark bronze metallic flake to complement the dark oak green metallic, almost Malachite green that this car came with. Now, these are 16s, but they look a lot bigger. The benefit of doing the face and the first step lip makes it seem like it's a bigger wheel. So, on to the fun stuff. Considering this car was an automatic, we went ahead and said, well, what ways does an E30 become even better? Well, if it's an automatic, it's a given. The only way to make an automatic E30 better is by converting it to a manual. And we went ahead and did so. We added a Condor Speed Shop weighted shifter, their Alcantara shift boot, and you would not believe how unreasonably difficult it was to go ahead and do this swap. So considering BMW made the E30 for a massively European market that's all left-hand drive, and for the American market that's all left-hand drive, the UK and pretty much Japan, New Zealand, Australia, they're the only ones that really drive on the right. So what did they do? BMW did nothing. They literally did nothing in converting the car from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. If you know E30s, the hood latch is still on the left. So if you're broken down on the side of a B road in the UK, you have to walk around your entire car to open your hood, and or reach over. I mean, I reach, but some people can't because they don't have long extremities like me. Yes, the rack and pinion is different, and the steering column is obviously on this side, but it's extremely appalling to think that they put a steering column with a guibo inches away from where the headers actually dump, meaning there's a ton of heat coming off the headers and pretty much cooking the guibo. Now, over time, these things and these parts have been addressed and they've gotten better, yes. So this car is pretty much perfect. Another thing is, because the steering wheel is on the right and we're in the US, you know, to do a 5-speed manual swap, it's pretty easy to find all these parts. But keep in mind, all the parts that you do find for a 5-speed manual swap in the US for E30s are for left-hand drive variants. Therefore, the pedal assembly had to be customized too. The pedal box that we got coming from a left-hand drive E30 didn't work on this car. I mean, it did, but it didn't. We had to make a custom bracket to go ahead and fit around the steering column because the steering column is just ever so slightly towards the left because it's skewed. This car, you're never really driving perfectly straight. If you're in the E30 world and you're looking for E30s, either the odometer stops working, or the AC's there but it doesn't work, or the power steering's there but it's not connected, or the sunroof doesn't slide back, it only pops open, or the dashboard has more cracks than the Grand Canyon, well, this is a pretty impeccable example. There's no tears in any of the seats, the sunroof works perfectly fine, the OBC works, the odometer actually reads and can tell you that you're increasing your mileage when you drive, which is great. This car even has the original towing hitch system that came with the car. And on top of the whole fun factor on this car, let's talk about the practicality. This car is extremely usable. So to open it, you go ahead and click that, and there's no traditional latch that you actually grab onto or open. It's just that little lock button. But look at the back space in this thing. It's awesome. I mean, I easily fit in here. Right. Yeah. Huh? Look at that. It's pretty comfy. So, on top of the cool things that it has, like I said, the actual original towing hitch and system is here. So here, you have your cables to go ahead and connect your brake lights. Here, you have more electrical cables, because I don't tow things, so I don't know what that one does. Your little hitch to go ahead and adapt it to the swingable hitch that's at the bottom of the bumper on these things. And the actual towing ball to go ahead and take whatever you need to take, whether it be your goats to the farm from A to B, or I don't know what people transport in the UK, beer. You can fit a ton of kegs in here, and when you don't have room, you can tow more kegs in the back. And then on this side is where you would have your toolkit from BMW. This is the actual original matching toolkit that came with it. Look at that. You don't see a lot of BMW E30s with their actual original toolkit. And right back here is where you have the actual pump for your rear windshield washer fluid. So now that we've made our way pretty much around the whole inside of the vehicle, the rear bench is one of the other cool contraptions that I really do like. It's very simple, it's super easy to use, it's not a very complicated process. Right here, once that latch is on, you'll always have this little lever here, which is what pretty much springs into place and opens up this top one when you remove the back bench with these little pull tabs that there are back here. And now for what makes this car so fun. Now, like I said before, this is a BMW 325i. Usually in 25 formats, they were XIs, and if not, you would be finding a 6-cylinder Touring as a 320i. What makes this car so rare is the fact that it is a 325i in Malachite green metallic, and it's not all-wheel drive. But going on with the classic M20 B25 setup, can't beat it. It's deadbeat reliable, parts are super cheap, and because it's a 325i, parts are actually very accessible and easy to find because there's tons of 325i's here in the US. In addition to explaining what we did on the inside of the car for the transmission swap, here you have the steering column going down pretty much inches away from the header, as I mentioned before. But because of that, there's no real place to put any sort of reservoir tank on the firewall for your slave cylinder. So what we did is we made a custom little bracket here with this cute little bottle from a BMW 2002, which is actually a BMW 2002 brake reservoir with a custom hose to go ahead and feed the necessary fluids to the master cylinder. Well, there you have it, guys. That is our right-hand drive 5-speed manual 325i Touring. An awesome car. I really do love it. It handles fantastic. It drives fantastic. It's deadbeat reliable. Pretty much everything works on the car, you know, and it's in amazing condition. So that being said, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys check out the online website that we have going on. We have new t-shirts for sale. We have prints for sale, and we're gonna have tons more merchandise coming soon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And as always, guys, stay safe, drive safe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.